In Ephesians 6, it says that fathers are to bring up their children in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. The word there for nurture is the Greek word paideia, which means culture. Christian parents are commanded by God to bring up their children in the culture of Jesus Christ. But think about what a culture is. It includes teaching, but it's tons of doing with love and joy and decorations and treats. For example, how do you bring your children up in the culture of Christmas? Well, you talk about it. You make it fun. You sing special songs. You enjoy it together. Or what about the culture of your favorite sport, your favorite hobby? Well, you talk about it a lot with enthusiasm, and then you practice. You make time to do it as a family. So the Christian faith is to be like that. Parents are the coaches or the team captains, and your kids are the team. This means lots of practicing all the plays. Are you practicing, for example, for church during the week? Do you practice sitting still for short periods of time? Do you practice singing the songs together? Do you practice saying the creed and the doxology and lifting hands? Prepare your kids to succeed. Talk to them about what temptations they will face ahead of time. How should they respond if someone takes their favorite toy? Practice it. What if you have people over for dinner? How do you want them to respond? How do you want them to greet them? Do you want them to say thank you when they're given something? Practice the play. Practice, practice. Is their first response to instructions whining or cheerful obedience? Practice giving instructions. Practice their responses. Require immediate, cheerful obedience. And show them how. Act it out with them. Run the plays before you're at the park, before you're at the grocery store. Practice, practice, practice. Before the game. And lots of cheers for obedience. High fives. Talk about it later, how good they did. Maybe even some prizes or treats for the really good plays. Of course, God requires that parents use the rod of correction when children are being defiantly disobedient. God requires parents to require obedience of their children. And biblical obedience is right away, all the way, and cheerfully. But make sure you're preparing your kids to obey. Make sure you're giving them regular opportunities to practice that obedience so that you know that they know how to do it and what is required. God is good and his ways are good, and this is the culture of Christ.